Today is Monday, the beginning of the week in our Transformer world, and we're going to be doing a little bit of an update to some Transformers Rise of the Beast items, and specifically a whole capsule subline that we talked about last week. We got some brand new images of brand new products, some additional information of what these characters are, and some cool stuff also of other product too in relation to our big movie coming out this June. So let's do that, shall we? We're going to jump into it. So like I said last week, we covered the Transformers Rise of the Beast Autobots Unite subline. Showed up in Mexico first, and then little parts of it were popping up in Mayer in the United States. And now we got even more images and more ideas of what is part of this subline. So first, let's talk about what we talked about before. They did a whole bunch of repacks of Bumblebee Movie 2018 product. We talked about Barricade. We talked about Bumblebee, that were the repacks from the Speed series. We talked about the Megatron, which was part of the Bumblebee Movie 2018 Power series. They repacked that, but this time they included the little Energon igniter, which now they call the Energon cores with this brand. And then we had that unique one. Oh, the cherry that was part of this, which was they took Bumblebee Movie 2018 Ironhide Power Plus series and they repainted it into Battle Trap from the Rise of the Beast movie with a purple Energon core, which was unique to itself too. Pretty cool. That's awesome. But we got more. So first up, shout out to Collector Con. He sent me some nice images of what he found in his Mayer. So we got our first decent photo, because a lot of these photos have been pretty dubious. But we got our first decent photo of the Bumblebee Movie 2018 Speed Series Optimus Prime, but now, of course, repackaged into this Autobots Unite packaging. So it's pretty much exactly the same like the original that we got in 2018, but now you get a second chance to get it 5 years later. Also, there was a whole bunch of these that were found in Mexico, and some really cool stuff here. I'll be honest with you, some really, really cool stuff. So, first up, another repack. We have the Bumblebee Movie Power Plus series. Again, one of those 2018 5 years ago figures. The Bumblebee Camaro, the larger one. That one was repacked also with the Autobots Unite, so not a big deal. So he now joins Megatron and Battle Trap. That's going to be probably part of that case assortment, and Battle Trap being the get of the new fresh stuff. But they also repacked Bumblebee Movie Nitro series stuff. Now, Nitro series was kind of this Voyager scaled, larger price point that also came with an Energon igniter core piece to just kind of keep that gimmick going on across the entire 2018 Bumblebee Movie line. So the first one we got, straight up repack of Bumblebee Movie 2018 Nitro series Optimus Prime, comes with the blue Energon core. Nothing big there. Hey, you get another chance to pick up that one if you want. But then we got another unique repaint, just like Battle Trap. Now joining him, we got a fresh release for this small little capsule budget line. They took the Nitro series Blitzwing that came out late in the the Bumblebee Movie line in 2018 going into 2019, and now they've transformed it into the long memed Blitzwing is Starscream, Starscream is Blitzwing. It is now the Blitzwing mold repainted into a Starscream. So it's the first time that we're getting this with that mold repainted like that. I mean, the first time we saw Blitzwing in the Bumblebee Movie teaser trailers and stuff, everyone speculated, is that Starscream? It looks like Starscream. And then it created this huge meme, with this small little meme within the fandom. And now they've painted Blitzwing into Starscream. Now, what's interesting about this is you kind of have this situation where is this something that's kind of nodding the meme? Is it just because it's the obvious direction to go with something that's shaped like that and painted into an iconic character that people are familiar with? Again, the Legendary Seven. Is it a crazy deep cut? And what I mean by that is, the Cloud Starscream that came out from Takara in 2014 was a repaint of Generations Blitzwing it was retooled also, into a Starscream, pretty much. And is it kind of a deep cut into that? I mean, what's crazy too is when you really think about it, on top of everything else, this figure, because it's based off of the Blitzwing Bumblebee movie one, For people that aren't aware, the Nitro Series Blitzwing figure had the same gimmick that the original animated Blitzwing had. So he might look like a movie toy, but he has the animated gimmick where he has the normal face and then he has the swappable crazy face on top of it. So chances are this one's going to have it too, much like the others. So very, very weird. And it makes me wonder, is this like a big nod maybe to Cloud Starscream? Is it the meme Blitzwing? Is it the Cloud Starscream? A lot of crazy stuff. But then there's an extra layer to it. So also interesting to it is we talked about how, in the past, these Energon Igniters that came with these figures originally in 2018, 2019, how the Autobots had blue cores, Decepticons had red cores. When we were introduced to this battle trap, now there was a purple core, Energon Igniter, purple core, Energon core, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, well, it's a purple one because he's a Terracon. So he's going to have like the blood of Unicron, that dark Energon kind of thing. So red for Decepticons, blue for Autobots, and of course Terracons are going to be purple. But since this Starscream has come out, he also has a purple core. And considering that Cloud Starscream in continuity was kind of this different Starscream, got his brand new body from Sarah, which was this powerful entity within the Cloud universe that made him a triple changer, and as a result made him strong. And so now he was like this free agent that worked against Autobots and Decepticons. Maybe all of this, when it's all said and done, is a deep cut to Cloud Starscream. And man, that's a deep cut if it is one. Maybe I'm reading too much into just a simple repaint of a Blitzwing into Starscream, but there's always some crazy guy at Hasbro that's like me that's also thinking up stuff like this. So pretty cool. So that's also out there. So we got Speed Series. We got the Power Series Plus in this case because it has the Energon Igniters with it, or the Energon Cores as they call it. And now we have the Nitro Series all repacked and reissued with those two brand new repaints in Battle Trap and Starscream here, all from the Autobots Unite line. So far found in Mayer here in the United States and Walmarts in Mexico. Keep an eye out for it if you are interested. We have other stuff too. We got our first look, Barrett, again, sadly blurry images of our very first look of the Flexchanger Cheetor figure. So we knew about the Rise of the Beast Flexchangers, or the Kuruto change as they were called in Japan. We knew about the Bumblebee, we knew about the Nightbird, and we knew that a Cheetor was coming because of listings. Now we have our first look of this in-package image of the Flexchanger Cheetor. Again, we have no loose loose out of the package images yet of him, but I mean, judging by how it looks in the package here and stuff, looks pretty rough, I'll be honest with you. Those Flexchanger parts are kind of making the figure not look that attractive, but again, it's a throwback to the old flip changers that kind of made their debut during Beast Wars, so it's appreciated the effort, but definitely is not going to be something most collectors are going to be interested in unless they want a nice little desk former or something. And the last thing we're going to talk about is we got a repack of the Authentics Transformers 2019 Titan Changers Megatron, which was like originally this Family Dollar low-cost retail store kind of item. But he's now been repacked in Rise of the Beast packaging and some brand new art. And this brand new art has created a lot of attention because apparently this art was based on the assets that was supposed to be what Megatron was going to look like in the Bumblebee movie that were never public. The first time we had any idea of what a Bumblebee movie Megatron would have looked like was there was the Titan Changers, the Tiny Turbo Changers. We had the Tiny Turbo Changers line, and there was a whole Bumblebee movie wave, and there was a Megatron in there, and he turned into a tank. He had a very movie-esque kind of aesthetic to him, especially in the face, and that was that. Then 3A, the high-end figure company, came forward and said, yeah, we were given the assets for Bumblebee Movie Megatron. We just got the front assets, and we were going to work on something and make a figure, but in the end, he wasn't put into the movie and was cut from it, so we didn't make the figure ultimately in the end. And one of the workers even confirmed that the Tiny Turbo Changer, despite its small, squat size and everything, had similar details to what they saw from it. Fast forward to 2019, and YOLO Park, a model kit company that was doing a whole bunch of movie stuff, in December 2019 showed a teaser in Singapore of a Bumblebee Movie Megatron model kit. But again, due to his absence from the movie, they ended up never making it and it didn't happen. And now we have this piece of art that showed up on the packaging here of this Titan Changers repack of a very G1 authentic style Megatron. The toy does not represent the art, let's put it that way. It's just a G1 repack of an authentics, aligned continuity, whatever you want to call it. Very simplistic kind of tank Megatron with a G1 look. And some 3A members came forward and confirmed that this art also kind of matches what Bumblebee Movie Megatron was supposed to look like from the assets that they were shown to us. So that's it pretty much. So it's just something where, hey, you're pretty much buying it for the box, if anything, because the package, the items that are in there are from stuff that we've gotten in the past. It's based off of a more G1 kind of style. But that's it more or less. So you get kind of a look at Movie Megatron, how he could have looked and might look one day maybe in the future. Who knows? We'll see when we see Rise of the Beasts. We will see in June. But that's it more or less for the toy news today. A lot of cool stuff. But tomorrow is the bigger toy news, because tomorrow is the Transformers Hasbro Pulse fan stream. It's going to be starting, again, if you don't know your dates, it's going to be April 4th, 2023. Starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they call it a reveal-packed stream. So hopefully we're going to see a whole bunch of new toys and everything that we have not heard about, some big reveals and a lot of exciting stuff. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow and check it all out. We're going to cover it all and break down everything that we see like we do here on the Transformer Slag podcast. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. A lot of hype stuff coming in the Transformer world on Transformer Tuesday.